Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your new moon solar eclipse reading in the sign of Leo. Let's take a look at what energies are coming through for this uh, solar eclipse in new moon solar eclipse in Leo for the sign of Aquarius. What we got? Wow, step out of your comfort zone. North Node. The North Node is in your sign right now. Bottom of the deck is confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. This is, wow, something pretty big is going on for Aquarius right now. This is going to require you to make a choice and a decision. You're kind of like, I'm feeling the ley lines are right there. You're at a point of no return. You can stay in this comfort zone, or you can step out of that comfort zone. I feel like it's going to require you to tap into that internal strength, courage, and confidence in order to step out of that comfort zone and align with something new, a new way of being, a new direction of heading, something along that line. Along those lines, let's grab some more energy and see what other energies want to show up for the sign of Aquarius. Very interesting, because the new moon solar eclipse is in Leo and the North Node is in your sign right now. So very an interesting energy. And the South Node, which you need to release, is in the sign of Leo as well. So, somebody may need to experience an ego death or something like that, right? Put pride aside, sort of energy. First two cards that came out is the Hierophant and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I feel like it's time for a change. There's something very burdensome. It's time to close out a cycle with the Ten of Wands. This is somebody being weighted down, and it feels to me like there's something, a blessing of stability, of security, of something, a new beginning even, that is meant to take place. But I feel like it's almost like somebody wants to carry a bunch of baggage with them, and this blessing is going to not be coming through with all that baggage. There's the moon right there. Yeah, this could be something, fears, doubts, insecurities is how I'm feeling really tapped into right now. Look at this. These are the next cards that came up. Ten of Pentacles to the Justice card. I said there was some baggage somebody was carrying. This Ten of Pentacles, out of all the decks that I have, and I have a lot of decks, this Ten of Pentacles really always gives me the vibe of somebody putting their hand in a cookie jar, snatching out cookies, in this case coins, that do not belong to them. It feels like they could be burdened, bagged down, or bogged down, or just really challenged with an experience. But I'm seeing the Justice card. Look at the bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. So I feel with this Justice card right here, it's saying to me, wherever that energy lies, whatever it is about this, I feel theft. I don't know why. I feel like this person's stealing, putting their hands in something that doesn't belong to them, or, putting their hands in something that's none of their business, that sort of energy, whatever it may be, right? Because I just am feeling, wow, and especially this is bookmarked by, well, there's some powerful energy here every which way I'm looking. The Hierophant's a major arcana, the Justice is a major arcana, that North Node, that's a big deal as well. I'd almost put that right in the category with major arcana. Because them are life-changing decisions. They're also fated decisions. And I feel like there is something that's coming through that's going to force, right? Eclipse energies are wild cards. These are expect the unexpected. And so whatever is got their hand on this bogging, burdening, thievery kind of energy, right? Like I kind of feel like this is about to get caught up. Like justice is about to be served. The scales are about to be balanced. This is all about karma. And there is a blessing. And I feel like the blessing is going to the rightful owner. Underneath here we have, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. This talks about somebody taking their power back. This talks about somebody turning their back on the past, heading towards the future. This talks about growth and expansion. right? I'm just saying this, whether this be external to you and it's going to get brought to you, or it's you associated with this, whatever this, maybe somebody is burdened down because of a theft or because of something they put their hands into that their hands should have never been into. It's just giving me the energy right now that whatever this is has to be brought to light, the scales have to be balanced, and the blessing has to be restored to the rightful owner. That's exactly how I'm feeling it. This rightful owner may not, um, you know, they may just turn their back on this situation at the end of the day after it's all said and done as a result of all of it, which can't really blame an energy for that. But I am feeling, um, yeah, somebody has to have the confidence, the strength and the confidence to lay close this cycle out, lay them burdens down, reveal, bring the truth, bring the balance, restore something. If not, the universe is going to. So that's just how I'm feeling. Hierophant is clarified by the World card. This talks about a completion of a cycle. We are seeing this here. Time to close out a cycle. The moon is on the bottom of the deck, right? There's been something that hasn't been seen. It's been done in the dark. There's a hidden secret or something that hasn't been brought to the light, and I feel this new moon is bringing it right to the light and shining a big light on it, because I feel like it's meant to. I feel like it's definitely meant to happen. So let's keep moving forward. Next card up. I gotta be careful with these cards, so let me see what I got laying around. Let me just use one of these cards for right now. But we have the star card. That is your energy. It's right here. I'm sorry I can't show it to you because the person's naked on the deck. But yeah. And then underneath that is the Lover's card at the bottom of the deck, right? This is about choices and decisions. And I can tell, especially in this deck, like I said, that deck, that 10 of coins, shows me somebody putting their hands in something. With this Lover's card out of this deck, this shows me somebody who made a choice that, I mean, it's holographic. It's just, it's not real. It's either that or it's a choice or a decision that I really I feel ended up bringing a lot of baggage, a lot of burdens, a lot of challenges with the situation. And whether, like I said, whether this is external and it's happened to you, or it's you that has played a role in this, any way I'm seeing it, doesn't matter where it goes. What the thing is that it's time for this cycle to end. It's time for these burdens to be put down. It's time for this discovery of what was, you know, some wrong that was done, because the justice is showing up. The next card that comes out is the no, that's not the heart. It is the Hanged Man, and it's in reverse. I just seen this in Pisces reading, and it was like this. You could see somebody was losing something. This is like this. This is an enlightenment. This is somebody who's being awakened, enlightened. They're being liberated, and recognizing where once upon a time this wasn't up like in reverse. It was like this, right? Somebody has lost something, and it was an intentional loss. Like somebody intentionally snatch something that they shouldn't have snatched. And it feels to me like it's being seen, exposed. The next card that comes up is the Ace of Cups. So this is, again, we see the Star card, we see the Ace of Cups, we see the Justice card, and we see the Hierophant. I'm feeling there is going to be a beautiful wish come true and a blessing coming through for someone, and a fresh start and a new beginning that's associated with this new moon solar eclipse. And it's as a result of the truth being exposed about something that was taken, or somebody who had their hand in something. There was definitely an injustice, and I know with the North Node involved in all of this, this is fated and destined to happen, because the scales have to be balanced. So, take where you resonate in this, put yourself where you fit, release what doesn't. More, okay, I was going to say, let's clarify this Justice card, and this card fell out. I'm going to leave it in the deck, but I will shuffle some more. And that's the Sun. So this is telling me that something is being exposed. 8 of Pentacles. can be in regards to somebody's work. It definitely has something to do with somebody's money, right? I'm definitely seeing the money. So this to me feels like somebody put their hands in something that didn't belong to them, right? And you can even see this looks like a person's jewelry box. And this man doesn't look like he owns these kind of jewels, like these feminine jewels, these strands of pearls and things like that. It doesn't look like it rightfully belongs to that person, but you can see their hand in there. And look at the bottom of the deck. There's the Hermit card. There is a discovery. This is a card of discovery. There's being a light shed on a snake, right? On somebody who was doing something. And it definitely, whether it was their work, their career, their finances, their resources, somebody was doing something to try to um, bring challenges, cause havoc, just, like get someone struggling or for whatever reason. I'm sure I do know what reason. It's because they're unhealed and unhealed and toxic, right? They were like trying to mess up someone's happily ever after because they're miserable with their own self and their own spirit. They're a toxic energy that, and again, I feel this devil is being brought to justice. I mean, whoever that energy is, but I can tell you the energy is surrounded by being manipulative, deceptive, and trying to grasp onto something that does not rightfully belong to them. Let me grab one more to clarify. I want to clarify the star card. Give me one more to clarify the star card. One more to clarify the star. Yeah, this star, this wish fulfillment, somebody is going to be, if I can get him off this desk, somebody is getting blessed with a new beginning, a fresh start. I'm going to move this card, and two other cards came out with that, and that's judgment. Yeah, somebody's getting a fresh start. That drama starter, the person who created this conflict, judgment and justice are both up here. It's going to be a big to-do. Whoever this toxic energy is, look at, there's the Four of Wands. I feel like somebody intentionally intercepted, interfered, created problems, conflict, chaos, burdens, whatever the heck it was, um, in regards to something that was meant to be. It's like the devil got their foot in the door and wreaked havoc on a situation, did the most, got their hands into stuff that weren't rightfully, they should have never had their hands in, from a toxic space or a toxic place. And now I feel like that's being seen, it's being discovered, they're being exposed, they're under judgment, and justice will be served, bringing balance to a situation. Big, big energy with this eclipse, solar eclipse, new moon in Leo for you, Aquarius. So let's grab a couple messages from the universe has your back. And the first one, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. Yeah, I think the universe is going to work real quick. It does feel to me like in the blink of an eye, something is just like boom, changed in a major way. There's so many major arcana cards out here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, six major arcana cards sitting out here. That's a pretty big deal. Seven major arcana cards out here. That's a pretty big deal. Something is going to drastically shift, change, be exposed, and a celebration is going to be had because something that was wrongfully taken or intercepted is going to be returned, is how I'm feeling it. Real quick and in a hurry. I find a deeper meaning amid personal growth and personal growth amid the discomfort. We talked about that, stepping out of your comfort zone. North Node, you're at a point of no return. You can go left, go the same way, or you can go right, take a different route, whatever this is. But you are at this, I feel, crossroads, right? And it's time to step out of that comfort zone, get into that discomfort, and see just what you're capable of doing, achieving, receiving, manifesting, that sort of energy. All right, let's grab a couple more energies for the sign of Aquarius. The next card that comes up is the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. I can see that with this because part of me feels like whoever I'm talking to, like you were unaware. Like it just feels to me like total blindsided with a truth that you never saw coming or you didn't see coming. Maybe your little spidey senses or your intuition, you know, said a few things, gave you a few signs and synchronicities, but I kind of feel like I kind of feel your intuition and your spidey senses said something was not right about a situation, but you may not have thought more into it, just to going, that was odd or something like that. But now I feel like it's going to make clear, perfect sense, clear. It's going to be crystal clear as a result of what gets exposed is what I'm feeling. And it does allow somebody to release, put down these burdens. Well, I feel like it lets like multiple energies be able to, because once the truth is out, then you can move forward. When you keep hiding the truth, you're constantly hiding, you're in fear. I'm not saying that's you, Aquarius, but I'm saying could be people around you, right? Where that stunts their growth, it stops them from evolving because they haven't, put the faced the truth, looked at the truth, dealt with the truth, been clear, transparent about a situation. There has definitely been an injustice, and the justice and the judgment card are here to say, the Most High is here to say, it's time for judgment to be rendered and justice to be served, and somebody moving in a new direction. Hopefully a healthier one if they're on the bad end of this. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. I feel like this is somebody, like this does feel to me like somebody is going to say goodbye to something, right? Um, Speak their piece, be at peace when it comes to sacrificing, surrendering. Didn't I see that? Surrender right there. Surrendering something, and I feel like it's surrendering an energy that was obviously toxic, or it wouldn't have been doing the most, right? Like that sort of energy, you don't really want to. We all have free will, but I don't think people genuinely, sincerely want to be tethered and bound to energies that are toxic. Some do. Like, there's no honor among thieves. So, yeah, a bunch of thieves, then they steal from each other, screw each other over, do all that stuff. I feel like a decent human being, somebody with integrity, somebody with morals, values, standards, they don't want to be tethered to that kind of energy because they know there is no win in that situation. There is no growth. There is no expansion. There is no success. It's all ultimately just a repetitive cycle of deception, deceit, and destruction, right? So I'm feeling whoever I'm talking to, like you're going to surrender, you're going to let that go. You're not going to stay tethered to that toxicity of people who like I always say, I like people I can trust with my eyes closed and my back turned. That's how I feel. And I'm not sitting there trying to pass judgment on anybody, but if you can't fit in that category, so be it. It's just, I just choose not to have that in my energy realm, in my energy, in around my vibe, right? When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. And yes, I do feel like somebody is surrendering. They're surrendering all of that which no longer serves, what is meant to close out, what is meant to be put behind them, and so that they can move forward. Let's grab two more cards and then we'll close this reading out for you. This is for the new solar eclipse moon in Leo for the sign of Aquarius. Let's grab two more cards here, see what other messages want to come through. What other messages for Aquarius? First one, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. And I do feel like it's the universe, the higher realms that are bringing the truth, the clarity, they're bringing the justice and the judgment in regards to a situation that somebody was wronged in. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And that's why I'm saying this energy, like I said, you really want to be mindful of the energies you connect with, you're bound to, you commit to, you're under contracts with, or you're associated with, because that does ripple effect into your aura, into your energetic realm, into your energetic field. And I feel like somebody is recognizing that, I'm going to be more conscious and awakened and aligned and um, about the energy I'm in collaboration with, that I'm working with, that I'm sharing information with, that I'm communicating with, I'm associating with. I feel like that sort of energy is what's going to be playing out for this new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Leo for the sign of Aquarius. I hope this serves you well. I send you an abundance of peace, love, and light. Please take the time to subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment to claim this message, and don't forget to like the video. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, my link is in the description box below. Have a great day. I send you peace, love, and light.